3, 2,
Hey guys,
1.
Property Point Customs here. This is my 1975 Honda CB360 motorcycle. This was originally purchased in February of 1975 by my grandfather, who later sold it to my father in 1980, who sold it to his friend in 1981, I believe. And my father's friend owned it up until about 2 years ago. I always told the family that had owned it since 81 if they ever decided to sell it, to get in touch with me. And surprisingly, after 30 some years, they got in touch with me and told me to come pick it up. And it's amazing, they actually gave me back the old motorcycle. So they've been family friends, even though we moved for since I was probably only a couple years old. Their son Michael was one of my best friends growing up. So it's some nice to have it back in the family. What I have to do is I got to clean the points. New plugs. It's only firing on one cylinder. Needs a new battery. The front brake caliper is seized. I need to put a rebuild kit in the front master cylinder. It's not working. Last time it was on the road, I believe, was in 1994. Surprisingly, the tires aren't weather cracked and they have a lot of tread on them. So I'm going to be careful because I know they do have tubes in them. As you can see, the bike's in phenomenal shape for the year. Has a little small tear in the seat. Only has 13,515 original miles on it. Have the original backrest, one of the quite high ones, and the original windshield. Both that had been put on by my grandfather in 1975. So when I got it, it was completely original with everything that was on it back in 1975 still on it. The paint is in excellent shape. As you can see, there's the major flaw in the bike is a small tear in the seat. And I'm going to see if I can get that repaired rather than buying a seat cover. That way I can keep it more original. And it would just be a little toy. It's one of those things that I'll have forever. I'll never get rid of this. It'll end up being handed over to my son when he gets older, if he decides he's interested in it. So my plan is I'm going to do a little video series on this motorcycle, getting it back on the road. One thing I had to do is I had to put a new ignition on it. There was a little incident where my keys and all the paperwork for the bike had been stolen. So that's an aftermarket ignition on there. I just have to mount it better. So it's got new keys. The only downfall is I have to get a new lock for the seat. That's underneath the seat. And it's going to need a battery too. Still has the original manual underneath there. So as you can see, my main thing is to get it mechanically back on the road. Now I may end up looking at putting a little bit of a drag bar on it. I love that style. Other than that, I don't want to chop it up too much. If I want to put it back to original, I can without any issues. In other words, I don't really want to modify anything. I'm going to keep the crash bars on it. I have to fix the peg right there. It won't stay up. Other than that, again, it's just a short video on my 1975 Honda CB360. Keep an eye on my channel. You may want to subscribe if you're interested in antiques and whatnot, and I'll be doing a little video series on this. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, post them below. If not, hit that subscribe and hit that bell button so you know when I come up with new videos. Thanks a lot, guys and gals, and you have a great day now. Take care.